So to build, I have to use a 55-gallon drum with a vent hole cut in the bottom to add wood and to draw air, and the lid cut off. And then a 30-gallon drum, and this was an oil drum, so it was really clean. And you keep the lid and pry it off. So the inside is nice and clean, and this is what you pack full of good wood. And the bottom of the barrel, I used 2 fire bricks on each side to create a riser to hold the 30-gallon drum up off the bottom of the barrel so that fire can surround it completely. And this is how I stacked my wood inside of the 30-gallon drum. I put it in vertically and then capped it with horizontal to pack it tight. And now I've got it on the fire and it is steaming like crazy. Inside of that small barrel is a whole mess of nice split up oak. And right now that steam is all of the moisture and all the impurities in the wood burning out. And I don't know if you can hear it hissing. And when we're all done, we'll have some beautiful black glass-like charcoal. As time went on, I was seeing a lot of pressure behind that bung cap on the top of the barrel lid, and I also started to notice that the edges of the whole lid were kind of pressuring off, and there was a lot of flame coming out of the edges as well. So I was a little nervous that maybe I was getting too much air back drafting into the barrel, or that there was that it wasn't turning into charcoal, but that I would open a barrel full of ash when I got all done. So I just had to keep my fingers crossed at this point and hope that everything held together, because I had a few more hours to go. And now I was pretty sure that I had it right, because everything that I've read and all the YouTube videos I've watched tell me that that burst of flame is the next step in the charcoaling process. The heavy bursts that were coming out of there still made me a little nervous, but then very shortly after I got a nice solid flame like what we're seeing here. And it's pretty loud, just so you know. You can probably hear me trying to talk over it right now.
Started at about 11:30. We're close to 4 o'clock now. We've been going for about 5.5 hours.
And my timing was quite a bit off at that point. It was only about 4.5 hours total.
I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to pull out of this barrel when I'm all done. And this is probably about 5, maybe 6 minutes later, and it started to really die down, so I think we're okay. And as soon as that flame goes out, I just got to make sure I plug up that hole. So we'll see.
And plugging up the hole is a very important step. Once the flame goes out, you have to make sure oxygen doesn't get back in and burn your charcoal.
And now we're down to just a nice slow flame. So when this burns out, I have a different plug that doesn't have vents in it that I'm going to screw in there, and that's going to keep the air from backdrafting down in and lighting the charcoal on fire. And then hopefully we'll have a barrel probably about half full of charcoal, and I will videotape the results of that too.
So I didn't video the big reveal, taking the lid off of the 30-gallon drum, but this is what I ended up with. I took a 5-gallon bucket of the charcoal out of the top, and it looks like I've got pretty good glassy charcoal all the way down. And that's how you do it, building a retort and burning off all of the stuff to make charcoal. Thanks for watching.